Yes! Scientific vindication for micro workouts and their effectiveness for helping you build muscle. Well, sort of. Latest issue of Mass just came out, which I always highly recommend anyone who wants to get into the depth of scientific research that's coming out, put out by Stronger by Science. And the feature article for the month was showing that a lot of the research is suggesting that methods like drop sets and rest pause training, methods that were typically used a long time to really drive the muscle to a higher fatigue state, didn't really produce much more of a stimulus for helping you build muscle. So while that may seem a little disappointing if you're a fan of those methods, the other side of the coin to that was that while they may not have been more effective for building more muscle, they also weren't any less effective than standard straight sets either. And to me, this makes total sense because I've always used the analogy of creating a muscle building stimulus in your workouts, kind of like driving a nail into a plank of wood, right? The harder you hit it, that's your intensity, and the number of times you hit it, that's your volume. And so essentially your goal with muscle building workouts is to basically metaphorically nail the muscles. And once you've driven them in as hard as they will go, you don't get any more benefit by just keep smacking that nail. While those methods may not be any better or worse for helping you build muscle, they were a heck of a lot more efficient. The idea behind micro workouts is that they don't do anything different or better or more effectively than any other form of training on a case-by-case basis. Instead, because of their efficiency, it's more about being able to create that hypertrophic stimulus on a more consistent and regular basis so you have a more positive trend over time. And personally, for my 2 cents, I still find that there's a lot of value in drop sets and rest pause training stuff because being able to really push the muscle to a high state of fatigue can sometimes be harder for some people than for others, especially for beginners. And so that's why a lot of times people will probably find that they can build more muscle with those methods, not because they're supposedly more effective, but just because it makes it a little bit easier for some people to really bring their muscle to a higher state of fatigue. So in that regard, they still may have merit. And as always, if you want to learn more about micro workouts, check out my book. The link is down below, and videos here as well as the micro workouts playlist. Thank you very much for watching. Be fit and live free.